All right, team, welcome. Selling the AIHR Enterprise Plan, well, it's way more than just selling content. It's a whole new ballgame. In this quick guide, we're going to show you how to position it as a fully managed capability solution. We'll break down 7 key client triggers, the exact things you need to listen for, and then give you the perfect pitch and response. So let's dive right in. This right here, this is the core idea. You've got to get this in your head. We are not just a library of courses anymore. We are a strategic partner. We're moving beyond just giving clients the tools and into the role of actually building the entire machine right there with them. This is the fundamental difference, and trust me, it's what makes the enterprise plan so incredibly valuable for these big, complex organizations. So how do you even spot the opportunity to talk about all this value? Simple. You just have to listen. We've pinpointed 7 key things clients say, we're calling them triggers, that basically scream, I need an enterprise solution. Think of this as your new playbook, a simple listen for this, say this guide for every single one of your conversations. Let's get into the first. Okay, when you hear this, ding, 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 you are hearing a cry for relevance. Your client has moved way past the need for just general knowledge. Now they need a targeted surgical intervention. They've got specific mountains to climb, and a generic one-size-fits-all map just isn't going to cut it. This is your cue. And this is your response. The magic here is that we don't just hand them a library catalog. Nope, we basically become their curriculum designers. We handpick and stitch together our expert content to build up to 4 unique learning paths that are perfectly, and I mean perfectly, aligned with their big business goals. It's all about precision learning. And here we go, trigger number 2. This is that classic or totally overwhelmed signal. The client gets it, they see the value, but the thought of rolling this out to hundreds, maybe thousands of employees, it just feels like a huge, impossible task. They're worried about all the heavy lifting. And our solution is to look them in the eye and say, you don't have to go it alone. We provide what we call white glove, high-touch support. We're talking manager enablement sessions, guided learner kickoffs. We pretty much become an extension of their project team. We handle all that heavy lifting so they can focus on what's important. Successful deployment, and of course, super high adoption. Ah, yes, the IT and security hurdle. For any big enterprise client, this is not a nice to have. This is a flat-out non-negotiable. So when you hear this, you know you're dealing with a mature organization that takes security and seamless user management very, very seriously. Our answer is single sign-on, and you've got to pitch this as a powerful 2-for-1 deal. For the company, it's about getting that enterprise-grade Fort Knox-level security they need. But for the employees, it's all about convenience. No new passwords to remember, just one click, effortless, and secure access. It's a true win-win. Now, this is the voice of a data-driven organization. You'll recognize it right away. They simply cannot have their learning and development data living on some isolated island. They need everything, and I mean everything, to flow into one central hub. They need that single source of truth for all employee development. And here's exactly how we make that happen. We use our API to build a seamless data pipeline. So all that rich progress data from AIHR, it automatically flows right into their existing system, whether it's an LMS or an LXP. Our dedicated technical team makes sure this integration is totally smooth, which means they get all the benefits of our world-class content without ever having to sacrifice their centralized reporting. Okay, let's talk about trigger number 5, which is all about the user experience. What the client is telling you here is that jumping between different platforms is a major pain point. Their people live and breathe inside a specific internal portal, and they want our learning to live there too. The solution here is a genuinely frictionless experience. Through our content integration, employees can actually search for and discover AIHR courses right from their own familiar platform. When they find something they like and click on it, a secure SSO redirect takes them straight to the content. It really is the best of both worlds, our expert content inside their ecosystem. For any global company, this is a huge concern. A technical problem in Tokyo can't wait for the team in Amsterdam to wake up. Downtime isn't just a small inconvenience. It can completely derail their learning programs. They need a rock-solid guarantee of speed and reliability. And that guarantee has a name: Priority Support. As an enterprise partner, they get to jump to the very front of the line. They get their own dedicated inbox and much faster service-level agreements. It's not just support. It's basically an insurance policy for their global operations, all handled with dedicated, specialized care. And finally, we have the strategic trigger. This one usually comes from leadership. They're not just asking about who completed what course anymore. They need that 30,000-foot view. They need cold, hard data to prove the ROI of their training investment and to figure out their next move in talent strategy. This is where we show them the real strategic power of partnering with us. We give them data-driven insights with pre- and post-learning measurements so they can literally see the capability shift across their entire organization, from an individual to a team to the whole company. It allows them to make truly informed, smart decisions about where to invest next. Okay, deep breath. So you've just walked them through all these amazing features? Now, how do you tie it all together into one powerful, simple, memorable concept? You use the championship analogy. Here's how you frame it. You tell them, look, our core and flex plans, they're like a high-end gym membership. You get access to the best equipment in the world, top-of-the-line stuff, but at the end of the day, you're on your own to design the workout plan. The enterprise plan, though, that's completely different. That's like hiring the entire management and training staff for a professional sports franchise. And what does that franchise team do? Well, they build a customized training regime for the whole squad. That's our tailored journeys. They handle all the logistical heavy lifting. That's our adoption services. They provide a detailed dashboard of every single athlete's progress. That's our advanced assessment and data integration. And all of this works together to create a clear path for the head coach, your client, to focus on one thing: winning the championship. So the most important thing here is to listen. Just listen for those pain points. They are your direct invitations to have a bigger, more strategic conversation about becoming a true partner in building their company's capability. So now, think about your own pipeline. Which client trigger are you going to listen for first?